Welcome to the mystical universe. Greetings, friend, hidden in the heart of South Asia. Bangladesh is like a hidden gem, waiting to be discovered. This country takes great pride in its incredibly rich cultural and historical heritage, and the remarkable resilience hidden behind a rough, rugged exterior. Yet it is also fraught with challenges. Bangladesh is facing countless difficulties and challenges, from extremely high population density to constant threats from natural disasters. This is also known as the cleanest country in the world, with issues such as child marriage, deforestation, and bizarre customs like the practice of a mother and daughter sharing the same husband. Here, there are still countless strange and mysterious things waiting to be discovered, and nowhere else in the world can be found. So what other strange and mysterious secrets does Frozen Leaf hold? Let's explore the fascinating aspects of this video together with Mysterious Heen Nightclub. 13 mysterious and bizarre phenomena that can only be found exclusively in Greenland. This country is often labeled the poorest and also the filthiest nation in the world. The special train carries 2,000 passengers. You'd probably be utterly shocked to witness this horrifying scene, just like I was. In mid-March, this unique train officially began operation. Documentary filmmaker Joseph Tutsa spent an entire day at the Dhaka to preserve startlingly genuine moments of everyday life. In the Thai capital of Bangkok, mornings and evenings, the train cars are always bustling and crowded with people coming and going. Every day, thousands of passengers try to find themselves a seat on the train. Therefore, they were forced to risk climbing onto the roof of the train car, a highly dangerous act they were willing to undertake. According to the director, the morning and evening hours are when the trains are most crowded with passengers. This is the time when people in the surrounding area rush to and from work. Everyone desires to have a position of their own. Therefore, they are willing to sit in any available spot. Each day here, around 2,000 people are willing to climb onto the train's roof to make a journey like this. The railway network of Bangladesh has a total length of approximately 3,000 kilometers, serving over 65 million passengers annually. Mr. Tutsa also added that traffic management in Bangladesh is very lax. The train only travels at a speed of 43 kilometers per hour. During major holidays, you can also easily notice more children appearing on trains. People often refer to those trains as the trains of horror. This place vividly and authentically evokes the chaotic, cramped atmosphere of a train station. However, this image has made many people reconsider their decision to visit Bangkok and choose the train as the means of transportation. And you, after seeing these images, do you still want to set foot in Bangladesh? I'd like to decline the invitation, everyone. Saving that money and then going to Singapore for a trip might be even better, don't you think? A mother and daughter shared the same husband. How strange. And of course, I immediately couldn't believe this was real. But you know what, this actually happened in Bangkok. Not all local residents follow this custom, and it only exists in a small tribe called Mandi. Traditionally, when a woman was widowed, when a widow wished to remarry, the mandatory requirement for them was to select a man from the deceased husband's family to protect the alliance between the clans. But the most notable aspect is the men who were chosen. The man is usually much younger than the woman. Therefore, that widow was forced to sacrifice one of her daughters as the stepwife of that remarried man. This love triangle, like so many other romantic tales, was at times filled with laughter and at others, stained with tears. Are you curious about what their daughters might be thinking? Would they be discontented enough to dare rise up and fight, to break free from this outdated practice? Or will they happily agree to live under the same roof with their mother-in-law? It's hard to truly understand their innermost thoughts, ISN. However, under any circumstances, for civilized nations like ours, perhaps this is a custom that you will never be able to accept, is it? This family spans 4 generations, yet not a single member has fingerprints. In today's world, fingerprints are the most commonly collected and used biometric data. The absence of fingerprints is certainly seen as a curse, making many people feel disadvantaged. However, that is precisely the situation of the men in a family in Bangladesh. Mr. Shakir's family comes from the Rajshahi district, a province in the northern region of Bangladesh. For generations, they were born with smooth, flawless fingertips, devoid of any lines. 1 or 2 generations ago, that might not have been such a serious issue. But nowadays, when fingerprints are frequently used for personal identification, this very fact becomes a major inconvenience, doesn't it? The first obstacle they encountered was not being able to obtain a driver's license due to their lack of fingerprints. There are even cases where, despite paying fees well above the stipulated rate, a license is still not granted. Unable to verify the fingerprint. The second issue is purchasing a phone SIM card. Reportedly, the state government of Lades has enacted a law requiring that SIM card purchases must be verified against the national database using fingerprint authentication. Therefore, even a personal SIM card is something they cannot obtain on their own. They could also encounter countless other troubles in the future. So what is the reason their hands have no lines? The male members of the soccer family are believed to suffer from an extremely rare movement disorder. The scientific name for this species is edematolophia. In 2007, these diseases were still unknown to science. This was also when Swiss dermatologist Peter Eiden, a young woman without fingerprints, had to appeal for help when she encountered trouble during her entry process into the United States. Her face matched the photo in the passport, but her fingertips were completely smooth, preventing customs officers from identifying any fingerprints. Because they had checked the fingerprints of the first patient with edematolophia syndrome and the fingerprints of some of her family members. The cause of this condition has been identified as a gene mutation named SMASCAD1. This condition, also known as dermatoglyphia, does not appear to cause any other health effects, aside from the complete absence of fingerprints. Edematolophia is an extremely rare disease, so rare that to this day, this phenomenon has only been documented in a small number of families worldwide. Indeed, the world may be small, but anything can happen and no disease is impossible, my friends. For you, what qualities must a beautiful woman possess? Surely everyone has thought at some point that they would have an hourglass figure with a tiny, wasp-like waist. Is the 906090 body measurements mentioned by Tak Tien in her song the standard of beauty? But in Bangladesh, it's not like that, my friends. Their concept of beauty is quite different. Here, the prevailing notion is that a beautiful woman must have a full, curvaceous figure with a well-rounded waist, much like the girl in this photograph. Well, you know, the girl in the dress in this picture is a very famous hot girl in Bangladesh. The first female champion in Kandho University's English television program. At the signing ceremony between FPT Corporation and the Bangladesh Power Grid Company, GTCL. She was the maid of honor at the ceremony, but at first glance, you probably wouldn't even notice her presence. I thought she was just an ordinary employee, nothing outstanding about her quality. However, you will have a different perspective after witnessing the transformation following the ceremony. That's why so many soldiers asked to take photos with her, as she was a famous hot girl. A famous actress from national television. And you know, to become a hot girl and a nationally famous female streamer, they have to be that way to be right, don't they? Therefore, it can be seen that the standard of beauty in Bangladesh is truly unique and distinct. Do you follow any religion, belief system, or school of thought? Have you ever tried being vegetarian? What about your perspective on vegetarianism? A full meal once a week, or 3 square meals a day for a whole month, or even for a lifetime? So among the vegetarians you know, who has impressed you the most? When it comes to vegetarianism, everyone has their own point of view. However, in Bangladesh alone, people can be vegetarian year-round. Indeed, it can be affirmed that this is an incredibly appealing vegetarian food paradise. Thanks to its abundant year-round supply of rice and fresh vegetables, this country is renowned for its rich variety of spices. From light and delicate to rich and profound, all harmoniously blend to create a distinctive aftertaste that lingers vividly in the memory. And the most special feature is the Kawan Bazaar Market, where you can find all the ingredients and spices for cooking. Among these, morag pulao and kachi biryani are signature dishes of Bangladesh. Often used during festivals or large-scale weddings. This dish is a harmonious blend of chicken and rice, specially prepared to deliver an exceptionally rich and complex flavor. The chicken is thinly sliced and then cooked together with the rice. Spices such as onion, star anise, and pepper contributed to creating an exceptionally appealing and captivating dish. The meal is elevated to become more complete and perfect. Moro pulao is often enjoyed with pahani, a carbonated beverage known for its distinctive sweet and tangy flavor. It helps to soothe the spiciness of the dish while making the meal more complete and richer in flavor. You see, Bangladesh is not only famous for its rich and diverse cuisine. Moreover, this is also a place for you to experience and discover exciting new flavors. Pahela Boishakh is one of the most important traditional festivals for Bengali people. The festival is held annually on April 14th in Bangladesh to celebrate the new year according to the Subho Nobaborsho calendar. This festival is not merely an occasion to mark the transition from the old year to the new, but also an opportunity for the entire community to participate in cultural, recreational, and shopping activities. The Pahela Poishak festival kicks off with vibrant activities, notably the buffalo race held at Mount Sakani. Wrestling in Chittagong, boat racing, shuttlecock kicking, and pigeon racing are activities that attract large numbers of local participants and tourists. These activities are not merely about preserving traditions. Moreover, this is also an occasion for everyone to come together for recreation and to foster solidarity within the community. Particularly on this day, Bangladeshi families also spend time cleaning their homes, decorating the house and buying new clothes to prepare for the new year. Next, they purchased a Panjika, a special calendar that meticulously records important holidays, significant events, and annual commemorations. This is an extremely important ceremony. Families often use the Panjika to plan important events, such as weddings, wedding ceremonies and annual holiday celebrations. It's similar to how Vietnamese people often buy perpetual calendars. Notably, alpana motifs are an essential and distinctive decorative element during the Pahela Boishak festival. Adorned with traditional patterns and motifs, the space becomes more vibrant and visually appealing. Traditional dishes such as alix maak, doho cardana, cam, and chanadan are unique specialties. The whole family gathers together to enjoy the holiday. The evening of Pahela Boishak is often a time for vibrant celebrations, musical performances, dance art shows, and various other entertainment activities. Everyone immersed themselves in the festive atmosphere, creating a special and memorable day to kick off the new year. With joy and delight, hearing this gets me so excited, since it's only a few months away now. We'll celebrate the Lunar New Year whenever our work allows, my friends. What did you achieve last year? Share the interesting things you've accomplished, things we might not know about, right in the comments section below. As I've shared with everyone earlier, Bangladesh is a country in South Asia, with a dense network of rivers and canals surrounding the neighborhood. But can you believe it, this place has up to 700 rivers. Major rivers like the Chamuna, the Patma, or famous ones such as the Ganges, Ganga, in India and the Meena River. Traversing this nation, it has become an indispensable part of both the natural landscape and the lives of the Bangladeshi people. In the capital city of Dhaka, the Puri Ganga River is also known as the Buriganga River, playing a key role in the city's transportation system and economy. Originally, the Puri Ganga was a tributary of the Ganges River, but over time, it separated and became a distinct river. Today, it has become a distinct river, renowned for its vibrant pace of life and bustling atmosphere that lasts all day long. Throughout the day, the Puri Ganga River bustles with ferries constantly transporting people and goods back and forth. In addition, large cargo ships will unload their goods and move to neighboring ports. This is not merely a means of transportation, but also an indispensable part of the lives and economy of the people of Dhaka. Our country has quite a number of rivers, I couldn't possibly list them all. But I'm sure it will never be as crowded as in Bangladesh. And this is precisely why Bangladesh is called the most polluted country in the world. 85% of the population is Muslim. Here are several ways to rewrite this sentence to make it clearer and more natural, depending on the specific context. In Bangladesh, people can eat vegetarian year-round. To know that in Bangladesh, up to 85% of the population is Muslim. The remainder are followers of other religions such as Hinduism, Buddhism, and Christianity. Unlike some other countries in the region, such as Pakistan or Afghanistan, an area frequently frequented by extremist Islamic elements, Bangladesh is known for its Muslim community, which embraces a simple lifestyle and moderate ideology. In Bangladesh, discrimination based on religion is extremely rare. Here, covering one's head is not required, and everyone is free to choose their attire according to personal preference. This shows that the daily life of Bangladeshi people has become more diverse and comfortable. Here, Islam is practiced in an open and pleasant manner, not as strict as in some other countries, my friends. Though still poor, this remains a fascinating country. If you want to experience new things and challenge yourself, this is the destination for you. Bangladesh is a country with a diverse blend of cultures and religions. With Islamic mosques such as Masjid and Mosque, and Hindu temples like the Hakagwari Temple, alongside solemn and sacred Christian churches. These structures are not only places of worship but also the very soul of the indigenous community. Additionally, Bangladesh boasts many admirable historical architectural structures, marking different developmental milestones in the nation's history and culture. These monuments captivate us not only through their beauty and architectural sophistication, and also because they are deeply intertwined with the daily lives of the indigenous people. The most remarkable aspect of Bangladesh extends far beyond its historical monuments. not just a destination for sightseeing and exploration, and are also integral parts of the people's daily and spiritual lives. They are vibrant cultural heritages, rich in identity and immensely captivating, that you can experience when visiting this country. Life here still retains its rustic and genuine qualities, not yet overly influenced by commercial values. Bangladesh, despite its geographical proximity to India and its slower economic development. But this place is a unique travel destination, with an authentic culture and incredibly friendly locals. Unlike many other countries, when you visit Bangladesh, you won't be bothered, because merchants sell all kinds of goods on the street. Instead, you will experience an incredibly diverse and rich culture. The people of Bangladesh are renowned for being incredibly friendly and hospitable. And so, they were very excited to take over the handover. They even frequently extend sincere invitations, and also spending time chatting with you. Although this place is known as one of the world's most water-scarce and polluted regions. But I believe, with the inherent kindness and friendliness of the local people here, no matter the reason, just one is enough to bring you here to travel and experience it all. Child marriage. You probably won't believe it after hearing it. In fact, you might not even want to. But this reality is entirely true, and it is truly terrible. Because Bangladesh has one of the highest rates of child marriage in the world. Nearly 1/3 of brides move in with their husbands' families at a very young age. And in the world, almost no other country has as many child brides. And some of our people do not have such conditions. And we don't know what the actual situation is like. No country in the world has as many child brides as Bangladesh. According to data from Judy Sepp, nearly 1/3 of the friends in this country are female. She got married before she even turned 15. Terrible, ISN. At an age when they should be studying and enjoying their childhood, many girls are forced into marriage. But now, many girls have had to give up their childhood to enter into marriage while still very young. After moving in with my husband's family, things got even worse. They were also isolated, cut off from society and their loved ones such as family and friends. And there was almost no chance of going to school anymore. From the perspective of the local impoverished residents, women have a significantly lower earning capacity compared to men. That is a burden on the family. Therefore, instead of spending money to support those girls, they will make their daughter marry early. Sad to admit that this is the current reality, ISN. Hopefully, our country will not experience any similar incidents. Between water lilies and lotuses, people often confuse them because they look quite similar and both live in aquatic environments. However, these are two completely different flowers. Lotuses typically rise high above the water surface, while water lilies float on the water. Lotus leaves are round with long stems that lift them upward, whereas water lily leaves float and have a characteristic slit. Each possesses its own unique beauty and meaning, further adorning pond spaces and evoking a sense of peace and purity. What is your favorite animal? If you're a Buddhist, you must really love lotus flowers, right? For the people of Bangladesh, it is exactly the same. They will have their own flowers, as an important religious symbol of theirs. But the main reason is that the majority of the people here are Muslim. Instead, they will choose water lilies. That is a symbol carrying their sacred religious meaning. The water lily symbolizes a pure and noble soul. Because of this flower, no matter where it lives, it still retains its inherent elegance. No matter how filthy that place may be. Based on the common context, the original passage likely aims to express the importance of education for the people of Bangladesh, through regarding this flower as a symbol of purity. Then, the water lily carries a different meaning. That is the symbol of peace. Even in Bangladesh's capital, Dhaka, where living conditions are expected to be better than in other regions, this situation shows no signs of abating. A giant water lily statue has been erected to express the profound reverence of this nation's people. Certainly when you arrive here, this will be the first statue you see. The lives of the people are incredibly rich and diverse, adorned with a myriad of different colors. In Bangladesh, much like in India, people often wear vibrant and eye-catching outfits, creating a vibrant picture with a multitude of colors and the richness of costumes. Notably, Bangladesh is a country with a rich multi